Ah, there's Rocky. Rocky's always around somewhere. She does run away sometimes. In fact, the fact that we're talking about her, she'll probably take off. So if you blink even for a second, boom, she's gone. I don't know what the deal is, but she also disrupts the whole room, which I don't understand that at all because it's never happened before. But she does have some the uncanny ability to be everywhere but nowhere, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So who knows? She just jumps out at you when she feels like doing it. She's just gonna always hang out somewhere. See, so like she'll go ah, just to see if you're paying attention. Hmm. Okay. So when we last met in regards to this stuff, let me close a bunch of stuff up here so that we can clear the decks. Okay, save that so we can put the jokes together for tomorrow. This can be minimized. We do need to pull our game up. That will be that one. We're not going to go back to the old one again. We know that we can do builds now, which is good. Okay. Okay, logo downs. Ooh, took my logo down. Let's see, game maker. Okay. So, when last we met, our heroes were tied to a chair. There we go. Let's pull this over here into this section. Ads are coming in 2 minutes, but what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make sure everything's working on this page, make sure that we have it all in the right order. And then I thought what we'll do is start blocking out. I'm trying to, the controls to move around this thing just drive me absolutely insane sometimes. But we'll go ahead and name people because what we can do is as we name them now, because they're all the same names, right? We'll have to replace them anyway, so it's all good. We can come up with names for them as we go. So yeah, sorry, I'm kind of waiting for ads to start because they're going to start here in a minute or so. But what we can do is we'll put all of our collision in on this page. Then we're going to move up and we'll build the we'll build the cemetery. No, have to. Well, that's funny. I wonder if I can. I probably can. Because when we build the cemetery, we're going to need one Derek tombstone for the cemetery. So what I'm going to do is, for now, when we build the cemetery, I'm going to pull Derek's tombstone in as a placeholder for the tombstones. I thought that would be kind of cool. Like I said, I'm just going to kill time before the ads start here. And then we will start on it. We will start on it. We'll start on it. We'll start on it. And zombie. Oh, that's what I moved. I moved the zombie. Get back in your place. Okay. I will be right back. Doopy 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 doo. Doopy 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 doo. John, Jamie, Gerald, Jake, Jimmy, Justin, Jake, Jenny, Joey, Julian, Jeffrey. Is that all the vendors that need names? Well, the thing is I have this book, and this is probably what we'll do, because we're gonna have to put some temporary names in there. And here's why: is because we haven't haven't picked what world this will be in yet. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my 60,000 name baby book, because we can't just randomly pick some names and use them for different stuff. But I have lost my book. I would have put it up there, but it is not there. Oh, okay. Well, we will probably do naming tomorrow. But yeah, but because depending on what world we have, then we're going to have to do a thing. Let's see if we can on the variables here. I think we can just do these and just say oops. We say new text box, and then open this one, and we'll call this hi, I am Rex. Then we need, I believe, a comma and a 1 or a 2. We'll see if that works. Let me just pull the spreadsheet up so I know that I have the syntax right, because I keep screwing the syntax up on these things. Okay. Characters, blah, 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 blah. We're going to name a lot of them. So let's name some people's just for funs. Credits list, we already worked on that. Story points, game. Parents. Village. I believe that's where it was. Yep, that's a syntax. Okay, so that would be 0. Actually, not 2. 0. Wow. Without even looking, though, I got the syntax right, so that's good. So yeah, so now we can go in and just name them. So this guy is Rex. What does Rex do again? Rex is the bakery, I believe. Our baker is named Rex. So goofy. Let's come up here. His name is Rex. So now when we go to the bakery, let's do a build here just so that we can make sure everything worked and I didn't put the wrong code in. Yep. Just do it. Get our gameplay screen on. It's already on. Okay. So now when we go to Rex, or we go to the bakery, give you guys a chance to get in there. I believe this will put us over there. Close enough. Okay. So we'll go here, talk to him. Says, hi, I'm Rex. It worked the first time. Eye rolling with delay. No dad jokes. Well, we did them. Well, over the last half hour, we just left dad jokes a little bit ago. Thank you for thinking of us, and thank you for coming our way. It's awesome. Okay, So yeah, so we can go through it as we're doing different things. We can add this to the thing, but right now we're going to let's go ahead and add the collision to our buildings, and then we can make a decision. What I'm thinking about is that let me kill those. Erase a set. Got the tile set. Make this bigger. We're going to take all collision off the board. Start completely over. Yep, it's that one. Okay, we're all good. Let me make this bigger. Take this down a little bit. So you guys get a, okay. So now we can do this. We need to make it 1. Okay, boop, 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 boop. Basically, we're just putting the collision in so that we no longer walk through everything. Let's blow this one off so you can't get to it at all. Ah, I was doing so well the other way. We don't want to walk it into the water yet. Eventually, we will put fishing and swimming in, but for now, we don't want them walking into the waters. Ah, my steady hand is broken. Ah, damn it. Wow. Once it goes, it goes. I'm just letting you know. Don't let age fool you. Okay, we want to make the water off bounds. Don't want them walking off the bridge yet. And no walking off the map. That's a little close. We might want to move that house, which we will do momentarily. We're going to put a teleporter there, so we can probably just grab that one and move it. But let's put this all in first, and then we'll grab that and move it. Okay, why did that not appear? Oh, it's there. Okay. Wow. My brain lost that. Is a non-entity. Okay. All right, let's go to our instance. Grab this guy. We're going to put him up here because he will teleport us to the graveyard. Eventually, is where he will live. Okay. The basic collision is in. Can't go in there. We have all of our signs. I believe we did all of our signs to where we know who's where, who is. Let's change this to the proper name. Oops. Oh, God dang it. So now we have a butcher. Damn it, I roll with delay. Okay. So now we're going to, we have the basics here. We'll leave this how it is. Let's go and build our cemetery. So the way we're going to do this is I want to make sure that we keep all of the settings correct. So what I'm doing, what I think I'm going to do is for our rooms, is copy the rooms that we know work and use those as a base for the other things that we need to put together. So if we go to rooms, which is behind my head, let's move them up. Look at that. We were able to move them up. And we'll take our our initial village, which is this here, and use it to duplicate it. So we're going to take the village, we're going to make a duplicate. We're going to call it our, we'll just call it our graveyard. We will call it our graveyard. We will go to it and we will make it a little bit bigger. So let's say that it needs to be, we'll make it more wide than it is tall, because we already have a lot of things that are tall. I think wide is better, but we're not going to go full double. What I think we'll do is make it 430 and then keep it shallow, but not extremely shallow. So we'll go 227, 27. We'll do that. Okay. Let's move all this out of the way. Get our sands. Yeah, so I think that's a good size because we'll make an entrance to the temple at the top, and then the temple, or not the temple, but the building where the ancestors are buried, the tomb where the ancestors are buried, can be a door to the next room. I know it's after dad jokes, but what kind of anchor is useless in a ship? A news anchor. Good point. Well, it depends. Does he have access to the news? All right, so what we need to do to make this a happier smacky thingy, we need to clear all this stuff out, number one. So all of our items are going away. Boom. Then we're going to, we have our player left in there, which is fine. Then we're going to go to our, I have lost, hang on a minute, I need to fix something. Oh, nope, that didn't fix it. All the windows are never working. Okay, why did we just go to that? Windows. Asset. Nope, that's what we have over there. What is the one that goes on the left side here? Search results source. Nope, that's down there. Inspector's the one that's open that has our guy in it. Site browser. Nope. I hate when programs do this. How are you today? I'm doing well. L monitor reporting in. Hall monitor. Oh. So what is the other hall up to today? Hopefully good things. I hate when windows just disappear. That's not what we need. Nope. Nope. Inspector. That's what I was wrong when I said I didn't need that one. Okay, so we've made it bigger. We want to go to our tile sets and all this up here. We want to erase them. Yeah, if we want to erase this one. And we want to go to the instance and take the sprite out. Oh, it's not a sprite. It's this, isn't it? Yep, it's that one. And we'll delete that one. Okay. So we go back down here. We're going to take our basic grass and fill in this whole thing. And in all honesty, the only thing we can do is we'll put in this. Okay, well, let's turn that back to 1. At the very top, we'll put this. And what this will be is this will be the, later we'll replace it with a fence as opposed to this. But what we can do is make that the entrance to the grandparents or the, oh, that'll be the entrance to the grandparents' tomb. But in the meantime, what we'll do is let's put our sprite together for our, let's say, sprite from sprite from, where's it at? Right, sprite from image. That's what we want. And we're going to go into our emotes. God, this is silly. We go into our emotes, graphics, emotes. And what we need is, where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Hello, Derek. How are you? There's Derek. We'll make his attach point bottom center. Doesn't he look great? How big is he, though? He's way too big. We're going to have to edit him here. Let's see if we can make him a bit smaller. He's going to have to be a 16. Where is my... Go back. I thought I could do it here, can't I? Oh, yes, I can. Cool. We're going to have to make him 16 wide and 32 tall. Maintain aspect ratio, no. 32. Say apply. Yeah, that screwed them all up. No. Let's try this again. Oops. God. Still learning, guys. Sorry. I think it needs to be 32. "32 wide and high." Let's apply that. No, that just means we screwed it up. Import this again. Let's just bring it down by... Well, we're going to have to redraw it anyway. So we'll make it 34. Keep the aspect ratio. Make it 34. Say apply. Close enough. At least we have something. We can have something that it can use. And then we can go up here and make an object of it. And we'll, since we're replacing, we're going to have to replace all the artwork anyway. So create new object. We'll go object tomb. I did forget to name this up here, so let's go up here. It's a sprite tombstone. Okay, so that should be good, and then we can say no sprite, grab the sprite, go to sprites. Where you at, Derek? Here you are. Okay, so now we have it. And we're gonna parent would be, no, I don't think we need a parent on it yet. If we do, we'll go back and change it later. But at least that gives us a sprite we can build with. So now we can come in here and grab the sprite for the tombstone. Tombstone. We can put them in. Oh, sorry. No, we don't want to do that. We want to be up here. Now we can put them in. Yeah, those are way too big, but we get the general idea. Something like that where we can build out. All very important people. These are important people in our land. Okay, let's grab this one. Let's move him down. You have to leave room for bodies. Monster hunting. He says he will play 24 hours plus. Okay, cool. The boy is crazy. These are way too big, but you get the general idea of that. So what we'll do is, I think that it's fair to go back to the tile set here and build the road, the access. I think we should have done that first. I didn't. Sorry. So we'll say in our not the shop. One, two, what is it? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, it was wide. It's a wide one. We might want to narrow that. We'd also make like these little things here to where they can walk and talk to your relatives. Oh, we're in ads. Okay. Lost track again. Item. I heard Adam. I only thought of Simpsons. Up and Adamant. Sorry, we're in a holding mode because of ads. Yes, the scale is way off. The tombstone is bigger than our guy, but that's okay. It's an easy fix. In fact, what we'll do is, I think if we go back to workplace and we go back to our sprite, not this, but the sprite. Our poor little sprite. And we say, let's make him half again, which would make him 17. 17. Say apply. I think now if we go back, yeah, now they're more the right size, shall we say. Yeah, that'll do for now. I think that's to scale. I think the other ones were just way too big. And since we'll there's 2 things we need to do. I think number 1, we have to have at least one one of them somewhere that is still being dug. I know that sounds horrible, but maybe Uncle Louis has passed on or something. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look over here. Cavam. Oh, Caveman Kid. Thank you very much for the follow. Move this over here so that I can see when pop-ups come up here. Soon it will be much easier. So we'll say 2 people in the village have passed on this week. Let's turn this off for a second and make it, yeah, it's a 16 by 16 grid. So actually we should be able to fix those guys. Go back to here. Oh, we need to go to our instance. Yeah. That guy's good. This guy needs to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's our lineup now. That way they're on the same grid as our player, which I think is important. So what I thought I'd do is I'll draw the artwork for up here. Instead of having the wall, we'll make a like a wrought iron fence that goes across, and then the family tomb is inside that. So I think that can work out pretty well. We will see. Let us go back to here and back to there. Okay. Boop doop boop. Oh, I know it looks terrible now, but it's going to be better. We want to give them room to walk, but we also want to give them room to not step on the tombs, on the graves. Do not step on the graves. They don't like it. Okay. Oh, I missed one. Boop, 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 boop. Like I said, things move a little bit slow in this section for us. Usually this is being done by a team of people. So people that do layouts and stuff like that are off laying out while other things are doing. But since we're just having me do this, it's going to take a little bit longer, and we only do a couple hours a day, so it's I will have to start prepping more though. I think that's a fair thing to do. I need to be able to see that, so let me move this just a little bit more this way. Instance. Tombs. But one more there on the end. That kind of works. I could probably put them closer together. No, we don't. Oh, wait. Nope, we gotta move that. These guys all gotta move over one so that they're on the same grid as our player. Yeah. And then what we'll also do is we'll build a mound for these, for an artwork mound that God, how would I mock that up with this? Let me see what I can use to mock that up. Oh, we'll probably use that. Something like that. Just as a placeholder for dirt. Oh, I need to fix the one up there. Okay, I see what I did wrong up there. And here. They are off the grid. So yeah, that could be like mounds of dirt that we still need to draw. Go back to instance and move these down one. Okay, that makes sense. Because of Thor, didn't know you streamed too. Well, I only started 17 weeks ago. So in November I started. You know, because I had a lot more free time. So that's fun. Okay, so let us do this. Is this guy back to tile set? These peoples do not like people being close to their graves. So we're going to make that a little bit wider here. Just to give them some room so that they're not completely cut off. Yep. That is not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for here. Oh, no, wrong one. This one. Yeah, that works. Let's do a select. A copy. It's all fixable. It's okay. Hmm. Nice little rose. It's silly, but it's there. That might be a little too... Yeah, looks like the grid's right, though. We might break them up a little bit and move them around a little bit later, but for now, we'll just put them in there like that. And do, copy that. Bring it over here. Okay, put that there. Back to our instance. More tombstones. Then, just to make things difficult, on our collision, our coal, we need to delete all that, but erase that. Okay. Boop a doop boop. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Oh, need some more gravestones. What I think we can do though is go back to this, the instances, and the ones that are blank, we won't put stones on yet. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so there's our base. Oh, wow. Apparently I left these guys down here, and I shouldn't have. I am going to make this done and go on to something else. Yes, let's do that. Okay. I think this is too big. I'll have to change the other. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, let's see what you guys are doing here. What have I missed? Monster hunting. Yeah, he does that. Okay. Here, because of Thor, don't know you stream too. No, it's a new thing. So, Caveman Kid, thank you very much for hanging out. Hello, Caveman Kid. Yeah, I'm not as active as Thor is. I'm not going to do 1,000 hours a day. That's not going to happen. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's too wide. I think we need to go back to the other side and make that a little bit smaller because I'm not happy with that entrance size. Let's do this. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, I just don't like it that way. So we're all good. And then we'll go in and put our stuff in. But that's the basics. For the collision, obviously, let's go back to 1 here. Should not be able to walk on the tombstones or the graves. Except for the ones that aren't filled yet. So if it's a black one, which means that they're digging a grave, you can fall in it and get hurt. I think that's fair. And we'll have to think about how we're going to. I think we can still walk behind tombstones if I do it this way, because they're sprites. Okay. And then for right now, this will be where the gate is, or the fence is. Okay. Hi, I am sure you get asked this quite frequently due to all of your experience and time but may I ask what your favorite cinematic you have done or been part of? Okay, there's several. The one that I've mentioned before is Warcraft 3.5, which is the Death of Hellscream. That one I really liked. I did like the one of Arthas killing Dad because I liked the whole thing about him coming in, the petals were coming down, and all that stuff. That was very nicely done. The other things were like the machinima pieces. I liked the Flying Mounts trailer. I liked everything that we did with the No More Gone news, and I wish we could have been able. I wish we were able to continue that because I really like the idea of characters in the game telling the story of the telling you stories from in the game. I really like that as a hook for creative, just cool creative stuff. What we can do later is put traps where empty graves are. That could be kind of cool. But let's drop this real quick. So I think that to say one wouldn't be correct. And I put thought into this the other day. I'm like, no, saying just one single piece of work is my favorite from that is kind of unfair. Let's go to instance, put our room divider in. What do you mean? You're supposed to go on instance. Did I not click instance? Yes, I didn't. Okay, we'll drop that there. We're going to need another one up here, but we'll just make it the middle. Yeah, that'll work. Go back to collide and put one more there and one more there. Okay. So those will be our teleport rooms. Let us go back to the other side here. Put this over here so I don't lose it. Oh, here's my book. Because it's write down some coordinates time. Right now we're just kind of setting the world out. Meaning where we're going to go, what we're going to do, things like that. You know, the places we can go. And then we can start building out all the things that we've talked about in the other design stuff. So graveyard equals 214 by 239. And the top will be 216 by 46. Now, for those of you that don't know, the coordinates I'm getting are down here in the corner. And you can, as you roll over, you'll see that those change. So you can pull all the coordinates for that. The blood haze has lifted. I have peed myself. No, you've peed us all. Sorry. When you watch something over and over and over again while you're editing it, it does really weird things to your brain. Just saying. Real weird things to your brain. So somewhere around the 500th time watching it through, I started with I have peed myself. Simply because watching. Okay, we're going to make this a little bit narrower to match what we did. Oh, wait, no, I think that's actually narrow enough. 1, 2, 3. That actually works. Let's look again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah. We can make it a little closer. Let's turn that off so we don't have to look at it. No, that's right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. For some reason it looked wider to me. And go back to our town and put this one in. Variables. It no longer goes to the river. It goes to our graveyard. And the coordinates for it at the bottom is 214. Oops. That is not the tab. 239. Okay, so, and then put this over here. Need the coordinates for right here, which is That is 598, 31, or 32. We can just make it 32 so it's on the thing. Let's go to the graveyard, open this up. Oops. ZZ. Okay, so that is 598 by 32. We'll just make it 32. And then this would be our town. Our. And we are all good. So we now have a basic graveyard, which is great. And we can do a save. Go project build. Oh, wow. It moved. Let's go to there. Builds. Interesting. Okay. Our game. Okay, that's where I put it. All right. I put it in the right spot. Already exists. So yes, we're going to overwrite it. We're going to make sure we do not have it open. We do not. Copy, paste, take it out of the Zoom file, the zip file, sorry, Zoom file, that's funny. And let us see what we can see. It should pop up on our screen, our shared screen in a second. Yes, that's why we keep all the names the same. That's why I do a copy over instead of a save. So if we run back over here, we haven't put a run in yet, so come up here. Bingo. Can't walk on the graves. We can walk over these, but eventually those will kill us or hurt us. Okay, we cannot walk past the stones. So that, Oh, I think I need to put, oh, I know what okay. Let's fix that real quick. We're going to fix that real quick. Since we can't walk past the stones, what I was thinking is you can walk, we should be able to walk behind them. So if we go to their collision, where's our working? Okay, here's this. Let's look at the collision mask. And we edit the collision mask. Let's see. Okay, so there is there. I take this manual. So if we do something like that, where it's 8 up, we should be able to walk behind them. Let's see if that worked. Oh, I did close it. Good. Oh, I saved it in the wrong spot. Let me redo this. Boop, 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 boop. Come on. You got it. Got it. Copy. Back one. Paste. Yes, replace. Yes, run. Okay. Now that should make it to where we can walk behind the graveyard or the gravestones. And it didn't. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure out that because there is a way to do that. They showed it in my in the first tutorial that I took, so I'm gonna have to go back to that and figure out how to do it, because we can do it in the bedrooms and stuff like that where you walk behind. But I thought that just changing the collision on it would have done it, but apparently it doesn't. But there, basic setup. Now, like I said, we're gonna make this into a fence, like a wrought iron fence, like a decorative fence, and then have a gate, and then the gates will open, and then you'll walk in, and then it'll be the family tomb. Because we'll put some pillars there and stuff to where you're walking into a granite building or something. If you take pride in your work, you'll never be able to dial it down a single thing. Be proud of what you every day. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. The Blade Haze. I love my work. Another question: what are you using here to do your editing? This is Game Maker. This is Game Maker Studio 2. We went and did Sarah Spalding's 51 part series of tutorials to learn Game Maker, because I didn't know Game Maker a couple weeks ago. Or a few weeks ago, and it took me a little while to get through all 51 of the tutorials that she put together. But lucky for us, it turned out great, because now I can build this. It's more to scale. It's just going to work out better to us, because my original, as those of you that have been watching from the beginning know, was massive. I mean, just like way overblown. I think all the maps we've done so far for this one still aren't as big as that one town map in that one. So I don't think I have seen some of those cinematics, so I will have to catch them. Yeah, just go up and look at Warcraft 3. You can find them on. They're in a single file on YouTube. But you can look up Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 2, all the expansions, Warcraft 3, Diablo 1 and 2, and 3, and then StarCraft 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and the expansions. There's a lot of them. I mean, I was trying to put together a list of them so that we could like talk about them, but the list keeps getting massive, and then I got distracted by this game stuff, and it's been taking the tutorials have been taking all my outside time to make happen. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go out of this. We're going to go back to this, and like similar to what we did before, where we copied another. Let's see. Otto and Nagel, thank you very much for the follow. Nagel? Otto Nagel. Thank you for the follow. That is awesome. Okay. So we're going to go back to here, to our rooms. I'm going to copy this room. And what I think we will do is this, we will, where's our graveyard? Okay. We will duplicate it. And instead of graveyard, we'll say family GY. This is like the family graveyard, because if what we had talked about in our discussion about the place itself is if, oh, I have to put an R in front of that. We're going to make our main character's family is an important people in that town. So we'll say that they have their own graveyard, and it's above the graveyard of the average people, which is this one here. And we'll probably compact this a little bit more later. But so let's pull our family graveyard up, and it did change, even though it looks the same. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull all this stuff in the middle out. So let's just turn let's turn that off for right now. It's just out of the way. But here's what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to here and here. And we're going to take all the ones in the middle out like this. in a circle. All of these are going to go away. You'll understand why in a minute. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. And then go to instance and pull this out. And then what we will do is this, is because of the design, this might be, we might need a little more, but we'll see in a minute. Because of the design we talked about, if we go to the tile set here and we build our, in fact, we'll just grab this. This will be our fountain in the center. All this up here won't be there. We'll take that out in a minute. This will be the fountain that we talked about, is where he gets the powers from. And what we'll do is, yeah, we'll just have to clear all that out. Let's do that. That's going to change anyway. But it's more about the size than anything else. So, all right. We're going to start from scratch on this one and put some grass down, and then we'll put some gray tiles down. So our idea was, oh man. So we have we've got to put our nine family members around it here. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's take these ones out so I don't get confused with them. We'll build the outside part soon. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You, over there. You are not the ancestor we are looking for. Actually, that should probably be reversed. So if that is the base, and then since we don't have I don't think there's a gray tile in here. No, there's not. What we'll do is we'll use the darker, we'll use the darker grass for now, and then we'll replace it with, oops. tiles later. Just know that it needs to be tiled. Later on, that will be tiled. We do not need that anymore. We only need the one on the bottom. God, I'm choking to death here. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We need this. Actually, we'll put one in. That'll be the 5th one. Mm-hmm. Okay, where are we at? Okay, that is good, 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 good. So what we'll do is, since this is where the ancestors will be buried, and these are the ones that are going to be giving us all the advice and stuff and helping us level up and doing that. Bye, Troy. We'll see you later. I'm going to bed to sleep, back to sleep, waiting on my food stamp card now. Oh, okay. Well, sleep well. I think my favorite cinematic from what you just named would have to be StarCraft 2 Heart of Swarm opening, because it gave me perspective of how massive some of the swarm creatures are. Yeah, they did a really good job on those. That was good, guys. Good work. Now we can move these each out by 2. Yeah, it's a little bit, but I think these are a little bit close. But what we can do is bring this 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I think that's a little bit better. But as we talked about in our story design stuff, is he'll come to each of the each of the ancestors, and then they'll send him on a task. When he returns from that task, then they will their ghost will take them to the fountain in the middle and then power them up. Like that would be kind of cool, you know. But what we'll do is when we do the artwork for this will be like tiled with a little bit of a fence around it, and then the other his other family members who are not major ancestors will have their gravestones and their graves around this, which also keeps us from having to build a second building, another room, which is just like, I think that would be just too much. But right now, what we can do is, we know that this one, we actually make it smaller. Actually, let's go. Are we on instance? We are. So when we make the gate will also be on this side. It'll just be open on this side. But the variable will be going back to not our town, but to the graveyard. think that's how I spelled it. The numbers for the top are 216 and 46, which should put us right. And maybe I made it a single. Let's look up here. Oh no, I did put a capital in there. Okay, so that would be correct. And we want him to appear right there, which is 215. 215240. So when we go back to the graveyard, this one, so that's 215 240, and our family. Did I spell that the same? Yes, I spelled that the same. Okay, so we should now be able to go all up into there. Let's do a little bit. I think we need to do one more thing over here, just so we don't walk off the end of the earth. Come on. Thank you. Let's go to our collide track. Actually turn it on, maybe. Let's see, delete all the old ones. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just around in a circle. Just so they don't walk off the map. What I might go back and do later for all of them is make one more matrix out of block, so that technically anywhere you see you can still walk. Because I would rather have these blocks like here than there, simply because they're going to stop you. But if a coin flips into that area, sometimes you can't get to it. Okay, those are all done like that. This guy needs to be fixed on the matrix. Okay. So we'll just put him there for now. Oh yeah, there, basics. Haven't saved it in a while, so we should save. There is a helicopter outside doing something. Boop a doop boop. Oh, bing, right on the zombie. So when we come back, we will take a run through that. Let's see what everybody's. No questions. Okay. Don't forget your extra gravestones. No, I will not. He's up there. Basically, what I'm going to do is once we put once we make tiles, we can use those gravestones to mark other family members' tombs, or not tombs, but graves. So only the main ancestors get the grave in the middle, but the rest of the family needs a place to go to. So because I way overthought it. But that's okay. We'll wait for zombies to go away. What time is it? Oh, wait, Scott, we're doing great. We can start naming people. Yeah, because usually someone, your artist would be out there putting this mock-up together while you're working on dialogue and all that other stuff, and naming people and doing that stuff. So we will come up with names for people and then dialogue for them. Um, but yeah, it's a little slow because I'm the only one working on it here. So we will see how that goes in the future. Don't forget your extra gravestone. Nope, I put it up in the corner. Put it up there, left it there. What's cool though is we can also put names on the gravestones. So we can make up a whole bunch of names for the different gravestones, and we can do a whole. We can make a lot of funny stuff up there. So people will go to the graveyard also just to read gravestones and make it laugh. And I want to try to find a way to, if we come up with a whole bunch of gravestone lines, then we can. I want to find a way to rotate them so that they're switching now and then. You know, but okay, let's take a look at make sure that our little walk here worked. Um, here's our graveyard. Go up and out. Hopefully they'll take us. Yes. So here's our base. Ah, good not. There is no collision. There is no collision here. Why is there collision there when there's no collision here? That does not seem fair. I think it's because of my collision map. Actually, I think this is my fault. Yes, I believe it is. Well, technically it has to be because I'm the one doing it. Let's get back to our this. Did I put on this? I did. Maybe I should take those off. And erase or collide. And erase. Let's take this off. That's what screwed up why we talk about. I use the other map, not just their collision map. So if we use just their collision map, I believe we'll be able to walk behind them. But we will see. Maybe not. But I will get that other code and see if that works. But you see how the the end of the road here is in collision. That's why I'd like to move the collision out one. So if I make each map one matrix bigger all the way around, then I can put the collision in the outside, not in the map itself. So at least that's why I'm looking at it. We'll see. We'll see how that does. Captain John H. Miller gave his life in a pointless rescue operation. His last words were, "I hope it was worth it, mate." So was he saving Matt Damon? I did not reply. All I said was yes, they did a really good job on that because I didn't work on the Heart of the Storm cinematics. I worked on the trailers for Heart of the Storm, but I didn't work on the cinematics for that. I was off with the video post production team. That's Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, well, we've had the discussion already that, and someone apparently, if you look it up on the internet, if you do the math, Hollywood has spent $900 billion saving Matt Damon. $90 billion saving Matt Damon in movies. I'm assuming the most expensive one was saving him from Mars, but here lies who died on the first. So yeah, so we have a tentative graveyard. We have a tentative family graveyard, and we'll build a round fence around this. and then probably pull them in a little bit tighter. I just wanted to make enough room to where our guy could walk around in there. Let's do this for now. See how obnoxious it is to actually. Oh, some of them are off. Yep. We will fix that. I'm gonna put these two up there. That one. Let's go back to. Yeah, we just need to fix these two here. He needs to go up, not down. There's also the situation, uh, Dominus, is that I have to look sometimes at the trailers you're talking about and the cinematics you're talking about because I worked on so many of them over the 23 years. I don't remember every single one. And I know that sounds like it doesn't make sense, but when you're doing the amount of work that we were doing at the speed we were doing it, it was not an easy task to always remember. I've already told people, we used to have situations where someone would come up and say, "Oh, I really love that cinematic you did," and then you'd have to ask them, "Well, which one?" And they're going, "The new one," and then you go, "Okay, but which one?" Because usually by the time people are seeing the cinematic you worked on, you're a month or a month and a half away working on two others. So you don't always you have to ask them which one they're talking about because there's literally hundreds of them that were worked on in the time that I was there. When you put together, in fact, we could go thousands if you put together trailers, cinematics, making of content, interview content, all those things, just straight commercials, stuff like that, as well as doing stuff for TV shows. Cause like we did the game capture for all the footage they showed in the first Big Bang Theory. We did the StarCraft stuff, the StarCraft gameplay for the remake of the Earth. God, what was it? Wow, the Earth Stood Still. So he's playing StarCraft in that. My team did all that. We also did all the stuff for a game or a TV show called Cursed. We did Alcatraz. We did the StarCraft play for Alcatraz in that. So yeah, you're talking about hundreds and thousands of pieces of work, and you don't always remember them all unless someone literally puts them in your face. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Okay, so those guys need to go a little bit further out. Yeah, I messed up on these. These need to go up one. This one is in the middle. Okay, that one okay. One, two, three. One, two. Sorry. Yeah, these guys need to go up. One, two, three. One, two, three. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Awesome. At least the ratios are close to being right. Hmm. There. I gotta take these off to release towel. Still seems a little high there, so we'll probably take these guys up one more just to level it out a little bit. Ah, that's as even it's going to get. Okay, we never have to think about that again. Okay, we're done. We're done in this room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could just do something like that where we just go like that. Go to variables. Oh, we can add them probably. Oh, it won't let me add. Oh, I'm in variables, not no, variables is right. Oh, because I didn't make them. I know it's wrong. So let's go back to the signs and say who is who are the who is the signs? Who do they get their start from? Oh, we gotta go to O signs. It's so it is a pair of parent or a child of P entity. So if we go up here, we make him a child of P entity. Look at our objects. And we want entities, and we want him to be a child of P entity. I think that gives us the ability to actually name the gravestones. Let's go here just so we can. Yes, it does. It will give us the ability. So that's one thing about the parenting thing that I really, really like is it saves you having to rewrite code over and over and over again. So we can do something like this with new text box. And then go, let's see. I told you I was sick, and then a comma and a 0, I believe is what it is. Okay. So now when we go to that gravestone, that's how we'll name the gravestone. Although I might want to, that would be interesting. So one thing I think about is how they have the text boxes set up. We can create special text boxes for each thing. So if it's a gravestone that we're reading, we can create a piece of art in the background that is a gravestone background. That might be interesting. Just a nice little weird touch because I'm a weirdo. That's what I do. But to prove that this works and that our parent-child relationship is intact, it's a few steps to do it this way, but it's better than having the OBS crash out. So this will pop up on your screen in a second. Okay, let's go here, which will put us here, and we can go in there. Now we should be able to read the tombstone or not get thrown. That's funny. That tombstone is too close to the wall. I could have swore I put it on one of these. Which one did I put it on? Just bashing my head against family tombstones. Okay. I could have swore I put it on this bottom one. Didn't I? Oh, it didn't save it. Okay, that's a problem. I think I forgot to, oh, I forgot to put the quote in, which made it not work. I put that in 0. But did it save this time? It did. Yeah, because if if I didn't have to do a build every time, this would clear out pretty quickly. Boop doop 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 doo. Oh wow! Don't worry, it's coming. That should not be throwing me out like that. Ah, okay. I told you I was sick. See, so yeah, we can do that, but I think that we can make a special case piece of art, like a gray one, even that can be the tombstone one. That could be interesting. Sorry, I keep turning the microphone off because I'm trying to clear my throat. Does that include the interstellar? Yes, it includes all the savings of Matt Damon. He is one saved star. That is one thing I will say. That is one saved individual. But they let they let Ben Affleck die all the time. So I don't know what the deal is there. There's a story there somewhere. I know why. I think I know why we're not doing it. We can't read the tombstone from the front, and that is completely my fault. And that was because I put the collision in front of the tombstone, which I probably shouldn't have done. Because the tombstones itself has a collision. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right page here so I can get this back on here. If we look at the collision map, yeah, that's why. That's why I'm not reading it from the front, because I can't get close enough to actually activate it from the front. So we will take all of these ones off. But now that we've done the inherit, the tombstones might have their correct collision now. I think it's because I didn't do the inherit right, or didn't have the inherit on them. That's an easy fix, yeah. You know, what I'm finding is most of the stuff in here are easy fixes. As I'm getting to know the program better, don't get me wrong, I have a very long way to go, but um, let's see. Okay. Yep, that was it. And yeah, well, no, the inherit did not fix the collision. I think I need to turn that on. I think that when in our variables, I think there's a thing for turning that on. Let's see. Okay, instance. Let's see what variables we have again. Okay, collision. Yes. There. Collision true. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. Does that box show up? It did not. That's weird. Okay, so the whole... Oh, what is that? Hang on. Let me kill this. All right. So in our variables now, because we brought everything from entity, as we now have all these things, we can also say that they cast a shadow, which I think is hilarious. If you have a tombstone that casts a shadow, that would be funny. You know, we can hit scripts. We're not worried about hookable. We want them. Yes, I want them to be hookable. We'll say yes, and we want them on. I believe 2 is the hookable that we can pull ourselves to them. So throw distance, we can't pick it up. Fragments can't do that. Yeah. So let's try that. That adds a whole lot more things to the tombstones that we didn't have before. Is we can now use the hook to hook them. We can there's a whole lot of things we can do now. So they have a shadow. Um, I'm sorry, I'm just using the things I've learned. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, survey says. Waiting for you. Sorry, there's a delay between when this comes up and when it can be seen on there. Okay, so now we can talk to them. If I go over here and give myself the hook, and I use the hook, it can pull it. We can pull ourselves towards them. We can walk behind them now, which is what we were trying to do before. They don't seem to be collidable though. Oh well. So I'll have to figure out what's going on with the collision because it's not accepting the collision, but all the everything else seems to be working just fine. Oh, because I've only done it I've only put it on this one? Yeah, because I've only put it on this one. So yeah, so we need to go and do all that for them and turn those things on each of them, which is cool. Or we can take this one and just copy this one, but we'll figure that all out. Maybe we'll get that all figured out. So I noticed your packaging in package every time you test something. Yeah, the F5 doesn't work for some reason, and this is something we noticed the very first time that I used it, is when I use F5 in GameMaker Studio, it locks up OBS. And I couldn't figure out why. So I've been doing a build instead because I can show the builds where I cannot, the F5 just locks up GameMaker or OBS and everything freezes and I can't get around and I can't do anything in OBS from that point. So this was my solution to get past that. Yeah, the chain shot, Devil King, the chain shot I learned in the 51 tutorials. It's actually in the 51 tutorials, so I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, it's FA or sorry, V8. It's only, sometimes you have to maneuver. And that was my maneuver. So you got shared key shortcuts. Yes and no. There is an F1 that will do a build, not a build, but what is it called? It'll run the game in a window. But when I run it that way, it locks up OBS to where none of my screens work. I can't change screens. I can't do anything. So what I do is I actually do a complete build, which is what you guys see where it says, are you going to, do you want it zipped up? And then I use that complete build to show you guys where we are on those things. So back to this, what we would do is, because we set the variables to this one, it's working. So that's kind of cool, but we would have to go in, and we'd do this anyway, because we would have to name it with the grandparents' names, is we'd have to go in and do the same thing here. So we'll turn that on and we'll turn shadow on. And then we do, we put the names of each of the grandparents. I don't think we've named the grandparents, so the ancestors yet. So yeah, so we would have to go into each of these. Let me get this out of the way. So in order to get all these guys to work, I'm not going to put names on them right now, but to just get them to work the basic stuff that we just put in is we'd go shadows true and we go collision true. Did we turn something on down here? Oh yeah, hookable. Hookable was set to 2 because that's something that we can pull ourselves towards. Go back here. I think I didn't set hookable. But all of these can be individually set to whatever you want. So some of them can be hookable, some of them can't. Some can throw shadows, some of them can't. You know, that kind of thing. So it's pretty cool. Although I wish there was a way to like pick them all and pick a large amount of them and set them all at once. I haven't seen that yet. It doesn't mean it's there. It isn't there. It just means I haven't seen it or haven't done it but having the universal work around for it is actually kind of cool. Where they all have the same kind of variables, and you can easily set them, and you know where everything is, and you can make them all the same, but just a little different. How about that? That's a good way to put it. Just setting all these up so that we are almost done. Variables, variable bubbles, variable bubbles. I think that's all of them. I think we got them. Yep. Okay, so now all of them should be hookable. Now all of them should have shadows. And we should be all good as far as those go. And we'd have to go through and do all that inside in the graveyard as well. But all that stuff can be set is when we're putting the names on them, because we're going to put names on them. So maybe tomorrow what we'll do is have a gravestone writing thing. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be fun. Everybody write a gravestone. Or maybe we can put that as a homework for you guys, since I get all the homework. And then we can do a name that gravestone in Discord. Okay, so now, yes, we can now use the hook. Oh, helps if I actually use the hook. We can hook to all of them. I don't want to walk all the way over there. Yeehaw! And you can see they have little shadows underneath them. Ah, I missed one. But I couldn't. Oh, I must just miss the hook. They all have collision now, except for that one because I missed him. We can walk behind them. That works out pretty good. Yeehaw! Yep. So cool. Yeah, I couldn't find anybody. I couldn't find anybody to explain to me why it was crashing OBS. Because to me, yes, it would be a whole lot easier to just do a run and be able to just do them. It'd be great. But unfortunately, it will not do that. This weekend, I do have to buy a water cooling system for this computer, though. I think it gets way overheated. True for collision, true for that, true for that. Okay. Now we got them all. So what I'm wondering is if we take one of these And we go to the other one and we say paste. Let's go to the right level layer, say paste. And we delete all the others. Boop. And do this. Saves us having to go into all those, other than naming. We'll do naming, of course, but for the purposes of the collision and all that stuff, this can work out very well, except for when it does that. When you do a paste and you can't find it. Is it underneath one of the other ones? Nope. There it is. That does happen. Always made me laugh. But I'm hoping this keeps the settings because we use the other ones. Let's see. It does. Okay, so yeah, that keeps us having to do those settings, but I'm actually quite happy about that. There you go. So now all these have the same kind of settings. We'll just have to go put the names on them later. So that'll be good. You don't have to hit everything every single time. Geez, I do not know what's going on with my voice. It's just not doing well today. Let's see, what are we doing here? Yeah, the chain shot was in the thing. Yep. So OBS gets overloaded once you attempt to run the game as a test build. Correct. But then why would be able to build it and it would be fine? I do not know. I think it's because it's when you're doing a build, like into a compressed build, it's not activating the graphics driver. And I think the graphics driver is the thing that's locking up. Now I've updated everything on the graphics driver, but it didn't seem to help. I've done all the updates, everything. I've even checked for updates for OBS. Wow, my voice is just going into weird shit. I'm going to turn the sound off just for a minute and then I'm going to scream a lot. Okay, I think I got it out. Whoa, that was slowly suffocating. Can make one tombstone and duplicate it. Can't you? Yes, I just did. The way the collision is, yeah. Now that all that's setting up, it all kind of works. Yeah. The poor build compresses certain files, yes. So it's easy to read, yeah. Plus, I'm reading it through Game Capture, which I was trying to the other way, but it just wasn't working. But because I could never get to the point where I could play the build from the F5 because OBS locks up and there's nothing they start fighting with each other. Are you also having a second puberty? No, I think what's happening is this, and I was talking about this the other day. I am someone who does not talk that much in my real life. I never have. Everybody that has ever worked for me complains that I'm too quiet all the time. Because I'm now talking, literally talking 5 hours a day, um, my voice is changing. It's getting stronger, whatever it's doing, it's changing. Now, I know that it's going to come. Oh, now his dad uses the same voice changer. Oh, just fuck off. No. The more you use your voice is going to change. It will become deeper, stronger, whatever part of your voice you talk through, whether it's the low, middle, or high, your voice is going to change if you use it more. X, okay, acclimate. Oh wow, acclimatizing your voice. Yes, my voice is getting used to talking, which is something it did not do before. I've always found that you can get a lot more. Okay, let's see. You can get a lot more accomplished with a really good silent stare. It is ridiculous without a doubt. But your voice muscles do change the more you use them. And because they tighten or loosen or whatever it is your vocal cords do, that change makes it stronger, deeper, whatever. I don't know. But I can tell you this because I've done Thor's show in his in his setup with him, and he is not changing the voice between him and I when we're having a conversation. I've never seen him use a voiceover. I don't believe he uses one. I think just over time, because he talks literally what now 12 hours a day nonstop. Glad he's talking to you guys. When he was a kid, he used to never shut up. But it was more he was more high pitched then. But obviously, as you get older, your voice changes and does weird things. Mine right now is apparently trying to kill me. So I keep getting clogged. Yeah. So you try talking 12 hours a day and keeping your voice exactly how it was months ago. Because we're in our 17th week here of me just doing 5 hours a day, and I've noticed a change in my voice. And sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's happy, and sometimes it's like today, where it's just like, we're about to change. So while you're pushing us too far, we're going to change while you're not paying attention. I have you do for 8, and I'm good. I have yo do, I don't, sometimes over 12. Yeah, the kid just never stops. But he's still going now today, isn't he? I think he is. I haven't looked at his stuff lately. I did check in on him the other day, but yeah, it looks like he's still playing something. What is he playing? Insect Lava, Glaive, Gunlance, something like that. That's right up his alley. The kid is absolutely um, freakishly freakish about insects. Loves them, has loved them since he was 3 years old. Wanted to be an entomologist his whole life. Doing what he's doing instead. Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay, cool. He got an early release. Cool. I mean, I'm digging the bugs. I just opened it up to see what he's doing. So yeah, cool. When you're speaking, you're not listening, so it makes sense. Yeah, I'm a big one on listening. In fact, I even said on the first couple of these, I go, look, there's be times when I just go silent. It's not a personal thing. Sorry, it's just I'm not used to talking. So even when we play, like when I play the games and stuff, or if I get working, I forget to say something. Like, now I'm going to plant grass. Ha ha. Now I'm going to make paths. I forget to even mention what I'm doing. Will you have a track record You will have a track record with the YouTube VODs, but I doubt people who accuse people of such things do fact checking. I'm very aware of that. Yeah. I do try to keep all the VODs on YouTube up, but I don't. I probably should go and see if there's any comments on them because I haven't checked. Huh. If I'm having a second puberty, we're all in trouble. Just for the sake of argument, Devil King, because I'm 63 years old, and a second puberty to me will be absolute hell on everybody around me. And I love the idea, but I cannot do it. No. Up, 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 up. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I think it's sad that people don't actually check things before they say things. Yeah, I get distracted and I forget. I forget you guys are here sometimes, and I apologize for that. It's not my isn't my goal because I do want to make sure that I'm doing this, but we're just now starting to get caught up where I thought we should have been at least 4 or 5 weeks ago. You know, because I didn't know enough about Game Maker Studio to start this thing when we did because it wasn't in the plan. Now it is the plan. But we got a lot of good stuff done today. We have our base village. We have our one of our forests. We'll build a couple more to go on the different points around because we need one on the other side for when we go to the faraway city. We have our basic town. You know, we have our this is the river that came with the tutorial, so we may turn that into one of our forest areas. And we have our workspace. We have our title. This is the title page that comes up at the front, so I have to build some artwork for that. We have we did a shop, so we can go in and buy a hook and a bomb and a thing. Says this was all part of the tutorial as well. We now have our graveyard that we can come up out of the town with. We now have our family crypt area. So yeah, we're building it. We are making it now. So we can actually go back to our list here. Let me see if I can pull this list up. That is the wrong list. We will go here. We want this one. Is that the right one? No, that is not the right one. We want this one. Okay. So let's go back to this, if we can make it seeable. So like I said, I called Rex. The guy in the bakery's name is Rex. We can change all that. We do have another guy named, which is the barber, which we'll call Whiskerer. Well, I think that the Devil King, I think the voiceover thing was originally an inside joke, something that was funny because his voice changed. I don't know how it got to a point where people were believing it was real and saying it was a negative thing. I don't understand that at all. You know, because you want to, yes, adjust your microphones and stuff like that to where your voice sounds pleasant, but I don't. This whole voiceover controversy thing, or this voice changer controversy thing is just, it's freaking ridiculous. In all honesty, I don't. You know, and for people to become just outright angry over it makes no sense to me. And I will go back to, let's go back to today's shirt. You know, what is today's shirt? This is today's shirt. I'm sorry if I offended you by using facts and logic. This is one of the reasons why I've bought this shirt, because it's just like, guys, come on. Why is this a thing? And some of the things they say on the board that is obviously what's stirring a lot of this stuff up at this point is untrue and easily proven untrue. But they keep saying it and saying it and saying it, trying to make it true, and that's not going to make it true. Yeah, facts and logic will ruin everything. Haters going to hate. I do not mind people hating me. I don't mind that at all. I can deal with that. However, when they put information about my family, my children, my relationships online with addresses and pictures of houses and stuff like that, that's too far. Because that's asking, that to me is conspiracy to commit murder. Because somebody may or may not have used a voice changer. You're going to put everybody in their family in jeopardy. That makes no sense to me whatsoever, and will piss me off in a heartbeat every single time. Especially over not only the voiceover, now that you've got me on it, not only the voiceover thing, but the nepotism thing. I have refuted what was said of the nepotism thing at least 20 times at this point. And they don't listen. I have proof of what happened, how he got his job, how his boss didn't know he was my kid, all that stuff, and he didn't know for years that he was my kid. But no, nobody wants to hear it. They go, oh no, nepo baby. Oh, fuck off. No worries, Devil King. It's just that the I'm not a fan of what's going on there, and it makes no sense to me. Yeah. It's eating my liver. Someone grab a shovel. I'm not sure what that means. No ads got me Bezos getting me cut off from the good things. I will stop because I'm talking over Bezos time. They are breaking through the barricade. Well, I hope they don't. And what's sad is I've identified some of the people on that stream on that website. And if anything happens to any one of my family members that they've outed, I'm going to make sure that all of them go to prison. And we'll be very clear about that. Their names are going to be turned over to the local police as well as the FBI and all that, because there's two things. Number one, it's a website that is outside the country. So basically it's terrorism. And number two, you're encouraging people to go and kill us. And that's conspiracy to commit murder. So good luck with that when they show up at your door, those people in that chat that I know, because you're going to be having visitors that you're not going to like. And you're going to stay with them for a very, very long time. Logically speaking, if they believe the nepotism thing, they just say he's saying this to defend the kid. This totally proves the nepotism thing. Oh, jeez. The truth is there are those who see or hear it. You got to have the rest of their, you got to leave the rest of their stupidity. You do. But like I said, when it's now calling for violence, that changes. That definitely changes how I'll deal with it, because I've already turned them into their names into authorities, so that if anything happens, Those are the people that are going to get knocked on the door first. I find it's quite funny that some people are doxing a unknown hacker, someone who has the skills to find out who and where you are from the internet. Some people are real moral. Yeah, well, there's this whole thing about belief that the internet protects you from other things. It doesn't. As anybody knows, you don't even have to be a hacker. You can find any information on any human being in the planet on the internet. You just have to know where to go and look. So it's not that big a deal. And if you think that, oh, I used a different password and I used a different name and I used a different email address, it's a shadow email address, that stuff can be traced back so easily that it's just crazy. And if you think it can't, I'm laughing at you. There's no such thing as anonymity. You can always figure out who people are and where they come from. Same thing with spammers and stuff like that. You can figure out all that stuff. It's not that hard, you know. And I know Thor has talked about this as well. I mean, that's what he used to do, is find people like that to protect the games and things like that. It's not whatever. I'm getting pissed. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Names. What's a good name for a butcher? Oh, Sweeney Todd. We can call the butcher Sweeney Todd. We'll just call him Todd. Okay. Oh, sorry. Todd is a good name for a butcher, don't you think? Just to recap. I was going to say Butch. Well, we can do that. We can make him Butch. Butch the Butcher. A little throwback to Butch Patrick there as Eddie Munster on the Munsters. He's also the main character in Lidsville by Sid and Marty Krofft. If you ever want to really mess with your mind, go and watch the intro for Sid and Marty Krofft's Lidsville. That will mess your head up. For those of you that did not grow up watching Sid and Marty Krofft stuff, just watch the intro to Lidsville. You will lose your mind. True. If you go through the process, it's easy enough to find someone. Yeah. That being said, if anonymity is not on the board and people are under the same slander laws that they are in real life, then all of a sudden you people will be a lot nicer. Maybe, maybe not. Greg's. Yes, okay. We will change the baker's name to Greg's for our UK people. His name will be, what we'll do is the bakery shop will be called Greg's, and he will be Greg. There you go. I know, but there is a shop in the UK called Greg's that is very popular. I just Googled myself, and I'm still the first results, but I'm slowly being overtaken by Gen Z. When your name became popular, that's funny. Yeah, there's only two. I think there's only two with my in real life name. But I've also been a pseudo public figure for 30 years, so everything's still going to come up. Oh wow. So yeah, there's one, two, the first. Well, okay, all of them. All of them are me. Hmm? Oh wow. Apparently, People also search for Joey Ray Hall's son. They've searched for Joey Ray Hall Wikipedia, Joey Ray Hall Twitch, Joey Ray Hall age, Joey Ray Hall Thor. Cute. Yep. Let's see what comes up here. Oh, wow. It's one of my kids. There are two of them. There is Loki. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Joey Ray Hall's post. Did I post something? I don't think I did. Not a posting kind of guy. Oh, it's when I announced that I was doing this back in November. Oh, wow. Didn't know that that many people may comment on it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You can find out anything about anybody. You just have to, if you just look. Mm. Kind of shocks me that my art accounts are easy to find with Google search. Yeah. Anything you put on the internet is findable. Anything and everything. Okay, let's see. What time is it? Okay, let's just recap what we did. So we're gonna do this tomorrow, where we will we're gonna go through and name everybody, and then we'll start putting together our sprite lists of the things that we have to put together. Here are all of our signs so far. So we'll have to put since the tombstones technically are going to be treated as signs. We don't have to put signs on them, but we will have to make a list of tombstone names and for that. So this is a village. We'll make a new tab called gravestones, or sorry, graveyards, and that will be where we put all the names for. I'm just naming the tab at the bottom. So now we have a tab called graveyards. Yeah, I don't think you can see that on the screen. Sorry. I don't think shrinking this is going to help. Nope, it's not. Do that. So we made a tab there called gravestones or graveyards. And that's where we'll put all the names for the tombstones as well as any other things that we're going to put in there. Because I still want to have like, for lack of a better way to put it, I want to have graveleens. Which I think we can say come up out of the graves that have been dug. I think that would be kind of cool. If you don't know what a graveling is, if you ever watched the show Dead Like Me, they had gravelings in the show, and I thought that they were really, really cool. So, how many submissions can I put up for these? As many as you want. You know, I don't think we're gonna limit them. What I think we'll do is we'll probably, once we have a whole bunch of them, if we have more than we need, what we can do is we can do a vote on on Discord. We can put a vote together of, we'll do 10 at a time, because I think I can do more than 5 that we can do in Twitch. Because I wish Twitch would at least give us 10, because it's silly that you can only do 5 things in a poll. But I think that Discord gives you more. That show was awesome. Yeah, Dead Like Me was amazing. Just don't watch they came back years later and made a movie, and the movie was terrible, but the show itself was really good. And the whole thing is about Georgia Glass, who she dies getting hit by a toilet seat falling from Skylab and kills her. And then she becomes a Grim Reaper. And it's a really good show. I'm not going to say more than that, because any more would give a whole bunch of really cool stuff away that if you're going to go watch it, you really like. Yes. The Gravelings were basically the guys that set up the circumstances for a horrible death to happen. So they were very interesting, very funny stuff. Like there was one that they had. I'll tell you this one where the Gravelings were setting. You could see the Gravelings putting things together, and then you could see like a whole different set of things happen to where it made a piano fall on someone and crush them to death. It was a fun show. Yeah, the canoe one was good too because they made the flat. I think it was a flat tire on the truck. The truck then swerved, hit a tree, and then the canoe flew out from on top of the truck and took a guy's head off. But they do it in a very humorous way that I think you really like. Uh, yeah, the way she played her character was just like I'm a 16-year-old that doesn't give a crap. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to her, but that was a good show. I liked it. Alrighty then. So tomorrow we will be coming up with gravestone ideas. We will also start naming some of our villagers so we can start attaching those to those. I know that for people who are in the game industry, a lot of things we do seem out of order, and I completely understand that. But this is how I would do it now if I was doing it for myself, and that's what we've been trying to make clear from the very beginning. This all started from a question of someone had asked me, if you were to design a game now yourself, how would you do it? And this is how I would do it. And we do have a lot of information. We built a lot of stuff in Miro and all that stuff. So we do have enough to make a game. Even if it's just a minor questing game, we do have enough to do that. The overall theme is something that we still have to do some work on and things like that, but we'll get there. Thor is Thor's middle name. Yes, it is. And Loki is not the middle name of his brother. Okay, where is that question? Dominion 11. Oh, this is way somebody. And hey, we share the same name. Well, technically, no. Because my name is spelled as one word. It's Joeyray. Redneck parents. There's not much I could do about it. Joey Ray is one word. But I do associate with a lot of Joeys. So yes, we're all good. Yes, Thor is really Thor's middle name. That is his real middle name. We named him that because there was a freak lightning storm on the day he was born. Yeah, Loki is a nickname for his brother because his brother's not in the public eye, and so I don't think it's fair to throw him into the public when that's not what he does. You know, that's just not fair. Yes, I do watch American Gods, and I do like a lot of it. I think Gaiman does a really really good job because he wrote American Gods. I also watched Sandman, which I thought was really good. But to me, the best Gaiman is still uh, Omens. Good Omens. I really like Good Omens because I think Michael Sheehan and David Tennant are a great pair together. And I've talked about their other show quite a few times, which is Staged, and it's oh my god, it's brilliant. If you can get access to Staged, then yes. But that's all Gaiman. Gaiman wrote all those, so not the stage thing, but Good Omens and Sandman and American Gods. American Gods, though, it's an interesting pace for a show. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be different from what you usually want. Isn't staged on all four. I don't know what all four, I don't know what you mean by all four, and I apologize for that. Anyway, one name is kind of silly and wild. Wild, never heard something like that. What? It's been around forever. In fact, it's even in the intro for StarCraft. It's also the name of the bar in StarCraft. And because of me, I tell you, me. Yes, American Gods is a little hard to follow, without a doubt. But Joey Ray, but if in StarCraft 1, the intro, he even says, "What you got for me out there, Joey Ray?" I got Terran for sure. I don't know about the rest. Okay, so 4, channel 4 in the UK, yes. No, I don't think so. I think it was internet first. Because I think that originally they were doing it on the internet when lockdown happened. But I've mentioned the first 2 episodes a couple times, is when I was putting credits together. The first 2 episodes, they're arguing about who gets what credit. Oh my God, it's so funny because I've been in those arguments with people where they're just like, I want my credit to be this, and why am I not mentioned here? And credits are the number one thing that you will fight about in the game industry, in any creative industry, actually. And their fight over credits was just, oh my God, just made me laugh so hard because I've been in those situations, and it's definitely worth taking a step back and going, wow, that was awesome.